There we go. All right. Welcome. Welcome to this early ass morning of painting. The chat TTS scores are going to go away for a little bit. Let me get those all turned off. Yeah, I think they're all turned off. Oh, goodness. I do have some red corsairs ready to paint. I airbrushed some red corsairs this morning. Just woke up yourself. Brother, isn't it like 10 p.m.? I guess it is Sunday. I guess it is Sunday for you. Oh, goodness. I do think I know how I'm gonna paint the Terminators that came in this with all the red Corsair stuff. I do think I'm gonna paint them up as red Corsairs, and if I get more Terminators, I'll probably do a different color scheme and just throw them in a group. It's a paint job. Other than that, it doesn't matter. So it shouldn't really matter to anyone. And I might have to get 2 more boxes of red Corsairs due to the fact that I just want to run full 10-man teams. Oh, goodness. What's the Discord like this morning? Oh, I do have something to show. I did not show it off on the stream yesterday when I oh my goodness, it's too early to talk. when I single-handedly got my ass handed to me on a silver platter by chat because Gene Stealer Colts are not the play. Black / metal with red trim. Understandable. I still like doing my red metallic. Oh. I'm gonna have to go something. I do have, however, a plan on what I'm gonna do with those chain axes. I'm gonna make a custom captain for my homebrew chapter. That's right. I'm still planning on doing my homebrew chapter. Just because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with it doesn't mean it's over yet. All right, let me go grab the thing. Okay, that's a note to self. When 3D prints are hollow, make sure you drain them before you put them to dry. So I'm going to have this wrapped up in a paper towel because I don't want resin all over this. Possibly. I forgot to chat TTS stats. And you guys are zoomed out. Why are you guys zoomed out? Let me zoom you in. Too far. There we go. So, I did get one of the 3D prints done. This is the smaller one. Obviously, it sits on a base. So, you'd place it on top like this. The bottom of this failed 3D printing, so I'm going to have to redo it, which is I've already got another one 3D printed. But it would sit, in theory, on top of that. So, it does look good. I have 2 bigger ones already printed. The base came out way better than anything else, except for there's a hole right here. But, yeah, no, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Those do go in the garbage because they're both messed up. Ugh. Okay. We'll base these 2 later. We do have to paint that at some point. And then I have to pull these out because they're not in the right spot. So can you not just like throw this stuff on Legionaries and be like, oh, they're red Corsairs? Okay, that's the extra bits box. Alright. I need to this set. I'm so glad I found all those parchment paper pieces that I was missing. I was kind of mad about that, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like, God damn it. Ooh, I already have copper set down too. So, for anyone who is new and you haven't seen the red corsair color scheme, let me change the lighting. There we go. Let's get the actual proper lighting going. AKA me just making adjustments. This is my red corsair color scheme. The trim is randomized to some degree due to the fact that it's stolen armor. So some bits are gold, some bits are silver. Why does that look blue? That's green, not blue. I'm wondering if the light's too bright. Oh. The dirty hand. That's just because I was airbrushing earlier. I was airbrushing these. I didn't get the rest of it off my thumb. Okay. Let me get that out of the way. This can go back over there. I will need this speed paint marker. Yeah. I totally understand people's hesitation to get into it due to costs. I can totally understand that. I enjoy painting minis more than I ever thought I would, so that's why I'm kind of like, I want to try painting a lot. You can always find substitutions or proxies, and there are other places to get models that are... You can find recasters, and they're significantly cheaper. Like, I saw... Oh, how much was it for, like, some Titan was like $60 for a Titan. So if you don't like Games Workshop, but you still want to get into the hobby, that is a way to get into the hobby and say fuck you Games Workshop prices. But just look, I'm not a shill for them or anything. I just like the hobby and the community that I've made around it. So if you need a alternative way to collect the minis, there's an alternative way. And GW can't... GW guys, GW can't come after me for saying that, because I did not provide you with a specific place to go. They're not hard to find. I'll just say that they're not very hard to find. So I always say that I always think that, like, the people need to be able to afford something, and if they can't afford it, I will offer options to people who either can't afford it or don't want to spend that much money on stuff, which is I totally understand. And recasters are always kind of the number one go-to for those people. One of the recasters are currently at war right now, though. So actually, two of them are, and then the other one's from China. There's that. Let me get my... Where's my glob? Where's my glob? Oh, there's my glob. What's up, man? Welcome. Welcome. You caught me on a very early morning stream. I try to do these for non-American people because, one, I'm awake, might as well, and two, I want to paint this morning. And I have the simplest red corsair paint job you could ever find. Honestly, it's incredibly easy to paint said paint job. Let me move you guys. It's midnight? Well, I do stream in the afternoon too. Valrock video GWs hesitate to release any more details. Instantly put on FTL sites like the Inquisitor guy. I don't understand why GW doesn't think 3D printing is going. Why they think 3D printing is going to ruin the hobby, because it's not. As someone with a 3D printer, plastic has its own super great benefits. Of AKA, I don't like this, so I can cut it off and put something new on it. I cannot do that with resin. It'll just break the resin. I don't think GW. I really think GW is that afraid of 3D printers and STLs. I really do. And yeah, I just showed a piece of 3D printed terrain, but like I could only print helmets, stuff like that. I know what you meant. I know what you meant, brother. And it's not like if everybody starts getting 3D printers that they're going to be able to clone stuff. Now, when they don't support stuff, aka Deathwatch Pauldrons, which is I have a personal beef with, because they don't give us Deathwatch Pauldrons. Hold on, I've got Deathwatch. Where are my Deathwatch guys? Do I not have a Deathwatch guy on my desk? I 3D print Deathwatch Pauldrons. And I mean, they're almost, they're one-to-ones. Here's one. I have to fix this guy's arm anyways. So for instance, I 3D printed this Deathwatch Pauldron. That's because GW doesn't fucking sell good Deathwatch Pauldrons. Sorry if the stream's bugging out. I do apologize about that. Let's see, I think I've got 10 armies. Ultramarines because of box art, and that was the first army I painted. Tyranids because it was the other half of the starter box. Krieg, which is I do have Krieg on my desk. Obviously, Chaos, Red Corsairs. I do have some Iron Warrior Chaos. That is a 40k kit or 30k kit. I have Deathwatch, obviously. Tau. I don't have a Tau on my desk. What's fighting the Deathwatch? Necrons, World Eaters, which is all I have is a shiny one because I haven't hit them with the finishing wash on that, and then Chaos, and I have a single Leagues of Votann guy, and then I have some orcs that are nowhere close to being touched. I mean, I've started on them, but I will say I'm hoping I'm not getting sick. I woke up last night. It's been awake since 3 o'clock in the morning for me. And I felt like something in my throat, like a sore throat, kinda. And I'm hoping that it's not. So if you're here and you want to see a real quick, easy paint scheme for Red Corsairs, I've made a video on it, but I'll show you how I do this real quick. I'll just grab this piece. So let me throw it up right here. So there's a reason I'm doing copper. I'm doing red for Red Corsairs, obviously. And copper's a really good undercolor for it. I'm using a speed paint marker that is blood red. and you'll just go right over the copper. You want to make sure it dries very well beforehand. Otherwise, you'll strip the copper while you paint the marker, while you paint with the marker. And copper is not my final metallic color for trim. And there you go. Simple red corsairs. Actually, let me touch up. I see spots that I missed. There you go. Simple red corsairs, metal. And if you need to, you let that dry, then you do immediately another coat on top. Hated fading the green. Let me get all of the blue tack off of that. But yeah, we usually just chill, hang out, paint. We did play 40K yesterday. We usually play 40K every other weekend, but right now that was the last game for a little bit because we're gonna be in the field, and I won't be able to host it for a little bit. This, those don't need to be colored. That needs to be colored still. And do I have a bottle of water? I don't. Damn it. I should have grabbed a bottle of water before I started. That's fine. And then you just simply hit more with the copper. I'm surprised, Paint It Deathwing. You only left with a few things yesterday from the store, from the hobby shop. I don't remember what you said yesterday, but did you not have the kids with you? Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's going to definitely. That's warning. That's going to make a noise in y'all's ears too. I'm not going to be the only motherfucker that gets to hear it. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. That means they don't have to bankrupt you with, oh, cool new stuff. Are you you better get ready to play that new kill team mode. She's gonna love the red terror. Since it is a Tyranid model. I'm pretty sure all of the models are Tyranid models from that, by the way. The zealots and everything as well. Bro's got robo fingers. What? Howdy. One from the past. I do sometimes. With these I don't, and there's a reason why. When I'm handling them, they'll make wear down spots that look like they're supposed to be there. But yeah, no, this is way better than a paint handle because it's malleable and sadly sometimes it'll stick, but all you got to do is just do that and it'll take the excess off. And you can form this to be any shape you want. And this stuff's like $2 for a bunch of it. This blob was $2, so it's financially it's worth it. It's cheaper, it's better. So yeah, I've come to really like using this as that's gonna be a quote. Like using this as a paint handle. It was something that I started doing a while back ago, that I just continued to do it. And I'm like, you know what? This actually works out really well. Cheapest paint handle ever. And then painting everything copper is something I took from my World Eaters because Chaos Trim is a giant pain to do. I'll pull them out because I have a box full of them. I paint my World Eaters bronze because my trim color is bronze, so all I have to do is focus on painting red. I just dropped my paintbrush. Well, it's a good thing that one's a cheap one. Let me grab it. That also works with anything that has a lot of trim. Anything with a lot of trim. If you dry brush it or base coat it, that color of your trim, you got to focus less on trim. It used to take me 4 hours per World Eater. I can knock a World Eater out in 2. Okay. That one's done. Now on to this. And we know no edging allowed here. We do not edge highlight minis. I still need to make a video, and it's just going to be titled "Why I Hate Edging." Yeah.
Victory brings
there it is.
Immortality.
There it is.
Victory brings immortality.
It ran 2 subs back to back. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I do try to do these early morning streams when I'm awake because I know people who are non-American watch, so it's actually most of my stream. Also, Painted Deathwing. Painted Deathwing. I saw the colors for your Titan, the one from the past. I think it looks good, man. I found a game where you take part in the average British day, and I'm thinking about playing it on stream on like one of the days where I don't have anything to do. Let's see. Oh, you just work out there? No worries, man. No worries. Like I said, I try to do an early morning stream when I'm awake. This early in the morning. I woke up at 3 this morning. Great sleep schedules, I know. I try to sneak in a lunchtime stream. Sundays and Saturdays for now until I really start working a bunch. Is when I try to stream a little bit earlier for everyone else. The streaming schedule is in the description. What's my favorite metallic paints? So I have a favorite brand. Oh, that's not necessarily true because Leadbelcher's like the best. Leadbelcher is the best, just regular metallic color. But a lot of my metallics are, where is Pro Acrylics metallic color. Vallejo's also good. And everything. Bro, our daylight savings time was like a few weeks ago. I didn't even know what happened because I was awake all night during that because I had a dog shit sleep schedule again. So I was just like wide awake, and I was like, Oh yeah, daylight savings time was the day. Totally forgot about it. My cousin and my uncle looked at me really weird because they're like, "Oh, you're awfully out early for daylight savings time," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Those pots are awful. If you want a recommendation, I highly recommend getting these. They're just paint droppers, and you just get a pot. You put the pot in it. I use, where is it? That's a paintbrush. I use this to clean out my pots. This is just a texture tool. And put it in here, and you've got a dropper. And you could take the Citadel color part off and slap it on this, and it should work even better. I have not. Is it a Caribou Crimson wash on what? You have war painter pots to transfer? Nice. Green Titan Army Painter. Glittering green, orange Vallejo. Okay. Okay, one from the past. It looks good, man. I saw you posted it up there. I checked the Discord when I started streaming. Okay, so this is going to be a little difficult to some degree. What's up, David? Oh, on the pauldron? No, this is so it's a copper undertone. Orange is a what is it? It's not a contrast color to red. Orange and red go well together. It is just this blood red marker. It's a speed paint marker. I don't know if you can use speed paint and have the same effect, but for instance, this will need a second coating to be the red that I like it to be. And you got to be careful using these markers because it will peel your first layer of paint off. I do have a mini that's fully painted. Doing that after the red paint and everything cures, I paint everything else. You hit it with a little bit of null oil, and it'll make these dark spots. So like when you're moving light away, it'll make dark spots, and the light will shine, and the metallic will shine through. We spent a whole fucking day trying to figure out what metallic color we were going to use. Where are the... Oh, here it is. So we use different metallics as bases, and we use different reds. Oh, then I totally forgot about those red markers. Yes, I used this marker with that model. There is one other marker I use a lot of, and that is this one. And that one is for skulls. So for instance, do I have a World Eater here that has a skull on him? Yeah, so the skulls get hit with that in the end, and then they get hit with a wash. This guy still needs to get dunked. So here are the skulls that have actually been hit in the end. They look a little bit more yellow, a little bit more worn, and that's kind of what I'm going for. I do know how to do some really good paint jobs. Every Friday, we do what is called Freehand Friday, and we had some Night Lords this weekend. We got another week of Night Lords still, and we did all the lightning effects on here. And did all the lightning effects on this one. And we've got a couple more we got a couple more Night Lords to do. And I will say, chat peer pressured me into doing freehand one night. We fucked it up, so I repainted what I tried to freehand, and then the next day they had me freehand. And not the next day, but like a week later, I think, they peer pressured me into doing it again, and that's when we ended up painting this. And doing the Hazy stripes. Probably the best Hazy stripes I've done so far, because I've tried to recreate it, and god damn it. Hazy stripes on a pauldron are a bitch to do. They don't turn out right. Howdy, Medic, and howdy, Leo. All right. Basic. Okay, let's not get these thrown on the floor, because then they'll be gone forever. And the nice thing about red corsairs is you can leave areas black. I'm not leaving this one black. Right here. Oh, okay, I just moved everything. That is the bad thing about blue tack. It will stick to everything. I almost just ripped this whole thing off of my desk. Citadel is, dude, I fucking hate their pots. You know, when they rebranded to Warhammer, they should have got rid of those fucking paint pots and just made droppers like normal people. I have never once heard of anyone say, I love Citadel's paint pots. They never need to get rid of it. And if I have heard that person, we need to check on them and their family because GW is holding them hostage. Why does he have like Mephiston feet? He's got like the Mephiston toes. Do you want to know a tip on how to not let that happen? Do I have a paint pot that's empty? Let me find a paint pot. Here we go. So, for instance, say like you're concerned that it's not going to seal and everything. What you do is you close it, grab the other end, and peel it off. This is an easy way to also empty the container. And then what you do is you push this center, and it'll pop anything that's in the seal area off, and you clean it out. Oh, that's true. All the paint stores. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, that's something I've done. Because you can just pop this out. It's difficult to do. Oh, then you can clean out the area that locks in. Now I've got to wipe my hands off because I have that paint. I have painting pants, by the way. Hence the reason why I'm wiping my hands on my pants. I'm not wearing my painting pants. I did a bit where I actually have Rhino Hobby Corner painting pants. They're white track pants, and the whole point is the pants themselves are also a palette. Or not a palette, but a it's a bit. It was a bit. It's not available to the public yet. I want to get more merch ideas. I also, there is another thing. I'm surprised no one said it. Um, I need to make a shirt of a classic saying. I say classic. It's not classic to anyone else's channel but ours. And if someone wants to hit them with the meme, they can. About orcs. We saw this on Reddit, and it's forever stuck. Damn, that sucks. Welcome, Eskimo. Oh, Eskimo's been here. You getting glass cabinets? Are you not? Dude, I don't like glass cabinets. I would rather have my stuff out in the open and dust it every now and then with an airbrush. Nobody's gonna hit anyone with the orc meme. Ah. Just because I'm kind of being lazy. We're gonna go ahead and leave the chest plate black. Ah. Okay. And there's that. I'm painting this for no one. No one will see this. Yeah. Okay, there's that. Okay, we've got everything set for this one. Let me double clean that brush. Put a lid on this for a little bit. Because now we got to paint red. This is not red. Where's my red marker? It's right here. Under simple death court infantry, everyone agrees. Nothing else, just Krieg infantry. Yeah, that'd be a really easy way to just lose. You are playing against Space Marines. And I do have a winning record when I do choose Space Marines, so. I can't believe Thousand Suns have that many. Like, bro, their save stat. If you don't have AP, you're cooked. You're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. I found that out the hard way. If you don't have any AP and you're fighting Thousand Suns, it's basically like trying to fight Custodes. It felt like. I was like, you're gonna save it. Why attack you at this point? You gotta make the save throw. I could just bring people with bolt guns, but I have to still paint a lot of my Death Watch for that game, since I'm photo scanning everything in for that game. Where's okay, good. He's on the shelf. I cleaned off this desk earlier this week and I took off my Judiciar kit bash. Okay, all that. Try making the disc cell table. You better don't at everyone in the Discord. Just don't do that. I see a rub down spot, damn it. I do plan on getting some blood red paint and seeing that if just regular paint works or if it has to be the marker. There's 16 people watching me right now. I don't think you can. I think that is predominantly only a thing I can do, and I bet everyone loves it when I at everyone. Hence the reason why I don't do it as much anymore. Is it a speed paint marker? Oh, not a marker. Is it a speed paint? The only problem with the markers is you can't get into certain areas as easily. How did club me? I think that's a good chunk of it. So the reason orange is it a highlight color to red, and that's the reason why copper works so well. I don't know about bronze, but and this could be a bronze. This color could be some other paint brand's bronze, but that's the reason why it works so well is because it's a highlight color. I believe it's a highlight color. I'll just do this one while I'm holding it. I know Balthazar Gold is definitely not gold. I know what you meant. I was also kind of wondering. I'm all like, I'm pretty sure he meant copper, but bronze, I could see bronze working to some degree, but I don't know if it's bright enough. Copper's brighter than the bronze, so I'm thinking that would work. It would just give you a different result, truly, honestly. Yeah, maybe that's the bit, is because it's Balthazar Gold. And we tried doing Balthazar Gold over red as well, or as the undercoat, and it did not work. Oh, hold on. Let me make this going to your text. Reapply base texture for first time. Don't have a texture tool. I have a horrible GW starter brush, which is designated. Yes, I use brushes. I used brushes quite a bit on base stuff for texture paint. For instance, I do use texture tools for like the mud and stuff for Krieg, but I also put the mini while it's wet. You don't know who Balthazar Gelt is? You don't know the I Am Supreme meme? He's from Old World. It's a character from Old World. And if you ever look at Total War Warhammer 40, or Total War Warhammer 40K, Total War Warhammer, he is one of the characters of the Empire of Man. And when you click on him, he just yells, I'm going to turn away from my mic, I am supreme. He just says it every time, so that's where I know the meme from. It should work. You may end up with more flat texture. That is true. That is true. You will also end up with more of a even flat texture than anything. Dude, he is supreme. I also am pretty sure it's a bit because in a story with him, he goes into someone's vault full of gold and turns it all to lead. Straight on the basis with the mini already glued in. Okay. And then I will hit this with no oil when the whole mini's done, but I'm not doing it right now, obviously. We'll still have a lot to paint today. So Sunday streams usually not till later today, but since I was so early this morning, so if you do want to stop by another stream later, I have to go outside roughly around 8. What time is it? I'm not paying attention to the time. It's 6:30, so we still got an hour and a half ish. See, I like the bright red. I like the bright red look. I want it to be shiny. And if it's not shiny enough for you, and I did not do it, you can apply gloss to some of the metallic red, and it'll just make it even shinier. I will say, where are they at? I do not like the emo heads. I really dislike the emo heads. Let me find one. No. Yeah, I don't like the emo heads, my guy. This one's not as bad. But like some of the other ones, I can hear. Oh, this isn't. This is. Oh, this is the red corsair box. There it is. There it is. Look at how emo he is. You can hear. I'm trying to think of a band. Hold on. You can hear My Chemical Romance playing from his ears. 1:30 at noon, Denmark's kicked in last night. Brother, it's actually kind of nice out, but it's still winter time here. It's I've had it snow near my birthday in April, so okay, pull that off. And now we just got to hit everything on the body, which isn't a crazy amount. And then we'll go on to the next stuff. Hey, table. Also, I did bust out the new airbrush. Um, and it worked so great. I'm all like, oh, it's so nice to have a working airbrush that works super easily and isn't complicated as fuck to run and wants to just sit there and spray paint no matter what. I can't wait for this to never happen again. And obviously it hasn't done anything since, but I was like, oh, this is so nice to have an airbrush that's not complex or complicated or not a pain in the ass. Also, these paint markers are 6 ounces of paint. I'm sorry, 6 milliliters of paint. Did I forget to paint? I did not. Okay. He took some Blood Angel's toes, my guy. Tell that to me when I have to paint my Tyranids. It feels very weird to paint with markers. I will say that too. If you're not used to painting with marker, it does feel very like. No, it's not a lot. That's why I've wanted to get. Hold on a second. I wanted to get I still need to get some regular blood red and like a normal speed paint pot. That's not a pot, it's just a dropper, but still. Do I have my box of Tyranids near me? I do not. My 70 Tyranids that I have to paint. I'm just gonna get I'm gonna get 2 more Norm emissaries and get 3 Norm assimilators, a couple Screamer killers, and then call it an army. A Carnifex or 2. That way I don't have to worry about it. And don't have to paint 70 Termagants, Barb Gaunts, Hormagants, and or any other Gaunts. I know, but my paint scheme, I don't have a Tyranid on my desk. Obviously, I don't. Norm's not near me. I do have a named Tyranid, by the way. His name is Norm. Chat named him. I don't even think chat did it. Some subscriber named him. I'm like, oh, Norm, perfect. That's perfect for a Norm emissary. I haven't painted that many orcs, to be honest. I've still got to finish up the Orc Combat Patrol I bought. But I'll probably get the 11th edition box, 1 for YouTube, and 2 because new Space Marines, I know. Not really new, but what's your TTS list idea? I'll show everyone in chat. Here. This is for the next TTS game, which will be in probably a month and a half-ish. This is Thousand Suns, my guy. This is our old list. What the fuck is this? That's not what it was. It's pulling up the Thousand Suns list. Hold on. Copy link. I swear to God, if it pulls up the Thousand Suns list. It pulled up the Thousand Suns list again. It didn't even pull that. It pulled up my Adeptus Mechanicus list, which is 2 minis. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck it's doing. It must be for me then. Something with a better tip. That is the stiffest brushed. Something did not get clean last time it got used. Okay, that's gonna have to sit for a minute, otherwise I'll peel the paint right off of that. Dude, you gotta wash your 3D print plate? That's a good idea. Bro, your new recruit list is broken. Just share the list. Just go export and then text. And then you can do whichever format you want. Since your link seems to be broken. When we actually build the lists, you'll be there to supervise. If not, I'll look at your weapons and stuff. Ever look at Great Tide Studios 3D prints? I have. I don't know if I bought any, but I mean, I have. Let me grab it since we're waiting for that to dry. So I bought this from, I believe, some Russian man on Reddit. I'm not kidding. Here's the Deathwatch bits. So, like, proper Deathwatch pauldrons, unlike GW wanting to fucking put out. Xenos weaponry that are, like, non-death, that are not lame. So, for instance, like, plasma, instead of having it be plasma, it could be tau. Little markers and stuff. Shields that I need to reprint because these didn't turn out very well. I have stuff for why can't I think of it's a dreadnought? And then I have the coolest Deathwatch kit bash ever. Okay, make that 2 cool Deathwatch kit bashes. Where's he at? Where's my red hand? There he is. Oh, my hip. Oh. Wow. I kicked explosives. So, here is something I got 3D printed. It is a better way to do those fucking Outrider bikes, in all honesty. I'll probably be on a little bit later today, table. This is our Deathwatch Dread with a Deathwatch arm and shoulder pad. Other than that, it's a simple dreadnought. Actually, I forget what chapter this is, but this is... Somebody wanted me to do this chapter. In the Discord, if you want Deathwatch chapters, throw them in there. And then the best kit bash that I've done so far. A Judiciar with a standard heavy bolt pistol. It's an Absolver pistol. It's the same fucking thing. And a kit bash Tyrannid bone sword that is supposed to be two-handed because that thing is gigantic. It's bigger than he is. The sword itself is bigger than he is. So I had him dragging it to make it look like he's carrying extra weight while he's also decapitating a Tyrannid. I was going to put the rest of his body over here, but it wouldn't fit on the base, and I'm like, fuck, I'm running out of room. I'm just going to make it look like he just cut the head off. And so the bone sword looks super dope. The bone sword's super dope. I've never seen anyone use the bone swords before for a conversion or just like a kit bashed weapon. Now, I will state, and nobody steal this idea, I do have an idea for these. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? There it is. These are the only chain axes I'm aware of that are not like chaosified. And I'm going to use these for a kit-bashed captain of my homebrew chapter. I'm not losing that. And so I'll have to cut them off of the hands probably. And then I'll pin them into the new hands. And he's going to be possibly a jump pack captain with 2 chain axes. But he's not going to have a bolt pistol or anything. He's going to have no ranged weaponry. And if you're wondering how I can do that, custom characters now. I'm so happy about that. And if you don't have the Into the Maelstrom book to do custom characters, go to New Recruit and don't you dare say that. Don't you dare compare my genius idea to an Imperial Piss Marine. Now I'm curious. What Imperial Fist? What Imperial Fist Marine is this? Is it a mini? Loyalists. Imperial Piss. Is it an actual mini? Or is it just like a guy in a book? You fuck! It is a mini! It is! God damn it! But those are power axes. Those are lamer. And he doesn't have a jump pack. See, yeah, that's way lamer. They're power axes. No, that's not the same. Chain axes are way better. I'm a World Eater fan, so chain axes are way different. These are lame. These are lame. Just like the Imperial Piss. I do like the little helmet carrier, though. He's in Mark III armor. Which is, okay, so I've had this idea, and I've already shared it before. I have plans on getting multiple sets of different Horus Heresy style armor and kit bashing them into my builds. They're in resin and they're way bigger than you think they are. Look at this copycat bitch. Yeah, look at this copycat bitch. That's right, I said it, Imperial Piss fans. And I'll say it again. Not only Imperial Piss fans, but I'm angering a bigger audience of the Black Templars. So for instance, the ones that I have are this big. And these things are fucking gigantic. So that would be like that's gonna be like the size difference, bro. It's so massive. Oh my god. Howdy, Wilson. Howdy, brother. Oh my god. Oh man, so many people in the early morning streams. I'm just gonna have to change up my entire schedule. Fuck yeah, man. Dude, it's looking good. I am also thinking of getting into Titanicus as well. I mean, physically he could. Physiologically he could. Where's my blue ball? There it is. Okay, this is where it's going to be difficult to get. Never mind. I take that back. I was going to say this is where it's going to be difficult to get paint into, but immediately painted it with no problem. Okay, that's good. Oops. Oh, that's for the reference. Oh my god. Okay, so if you don't know this, we've been working on Night Lords, and one of these motherfuckers has like the most scared face in the world. This son of a bitch is supposed to be terrifying, right? He's a Night Lord. He's coming at you with power claws. Look at his face. He looks so scared. He's like, oh, fuck. He has a gun. I love this mini. Dude, just the way they painted him up. He looks like, oh, fuck. I'm bringing a knife to a gunfight. Etsy has some great horse minis you can get. I don't know, Etsy, I don't like to trust Etsy that much. But yeah, no, I love this. I love this look of him just being like, oh my god, he has a gun. I also do love the idea of them being giant pussies. Because they're like, oh, we're terrifying. But then they're giant pussies. Have you seen the Blue Terror? Oh, hold on. I'll look at it real quick. Where's Discord? There it is. Shut the fuck up. Why is this a meme? Manius Calgar and the Blue Terror. There was another one posted. There it is. There it is. No, that's Yarick. There you go. Manius Calgar is the command wall. It's Manius Calgar and his new mini. As always, Manius Calgar must have 3 new minis minimum every week. I'm pretty sure it started as a meme for Defiler. Did you have your Emperor model? You can't. You could. Okay, I think we are all set for that. So, what time is it? We might have to stop here. Oh, it's nearly 7. I still want to do a couple things this morning. This is a good stopping point for us this morning. We've only been streaming for an hour, and 124 people have stopped by. Catch me later, a little bit later today. I will switch us over to the end screen. So, like I said, I usually do stream later on Saturdays. Like, later to me is like 3 or 4 hours from now. So, if you're still up and you want to hang around and paint red corsairs and BS and do all that stuff, we definitely will be doing that later today. I'm Sanguinius just there on the ground dying. Thank you to any of the Patreons, and specifically the one that I have to shout out, Painted Deathwing, for being patrons. And I'll go ahead and hit you guys with an outro, and then I have to get awake the rest of the way and get ready for work. You guys haven't had background music this entire time, have you? No, you have. Okay, good. Good. I thought I forgot to turn it on. So, I'll go ahead and hit you guys with an outro, and then we'll see you here after a few hours. So, wherever you are in the world, have a good evening and or night, and I will see you in the next one. Or later today, I guess. Bye.